Here we are.
We're back. You know, if it's 2:00 on a Monday, it's Lancaster Connects time.
It is.
We should just have, that should be a thing. Like, at a national level, you set your watch and clock. The Lancaster Connects time, Mondays at 2.
That's right. That's right. Did we turn on our light? I don't think I turned on the light. There we go. Now it's official. Yes.
It's official. We're on that.
We got the light. We've got to use it.
That's right. That is right. Well, welcome to another great episode of Lancaster Connects. The show puts some shine, as I like to say, on the Lancaster community. Great charities, great organizations, great people, helping our community out, doing great things to make it a better community. And we believe we believe the reason for our show to exist is to help do that. Does that sound right at all?
Yes. And it's
The painkillers thought.
74th episode. We're almost at that like milestone 75th episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing this for 2 years now.
I think the milestones are more like,
That's probably right. That's probably right.
75 is good when you're married for that many years.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine being married for 75 years?
Sure. It's fantastic. But your wife doesn't watch the show.
Well, I mean, like,
Look how you just said that.
How old are you going to
be?
be?
Married for 75 years?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
But
Like,
rewind the tape.
the average life expectancy is barely 75. To be married for 75 years, you're going to be like,
You know what I mean? You look like 9. You'd be 90.
Yeah.
You got married at 15.
That's. I got married a little later than 15.
95 if you got married at 20.
That's kind of reasonable. So I'm sure there's some 70.
But hey, I love my
there,
wife.
right?
And if I make it to 75 years with Stephanie, I'll be just over the moon.
There you go. Yeah. Well done. Well done. What'd you do this weekend?
We're just going to
We're just gonna wrap.
We're just going to move on. You're not going to take the same
I know I'm not going to
opportunity to say.
No, I got married at 26, so I'd have to be 101. I know I'm not going to make it to 101. I would love to make it there with my wife to 101, but I don't think it's happening.
Hey, I'm fixing to become bionic.
This is true. You're going to have a whole lot of metal or plastic. What do they put in you?
It's composite.
Composite. Oh,
Yeah. So I got news. Finally confirmed it. Full knee replacement in January, and then subsequent found out need both hips replaced.
you're an old man.
So I will be Bionic Man come the new year. So so episodes, I don't know, 80 something will be this guy on his own for a couple in a row.
You could do it from your bed, like hanging out.
No.
Rehab with Jeff.
I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay.
Check in on Jeff.
But yeah, remote dial in.
It'd be awesome.
There's Jeff. He's okay. He took a couple pain pills an hour ago. He's doing good. But anyway, yes. So our show is not about two guys goofing around. It's about helping our community. I don't even know how we got off on that topic. But anyway,
I don't know.
About helping our community. We've been doing it for 74 episodes now. And if you are with a charity, with a local hero or a business that gives back and want to be on our show, go ahead and reach out to us. You go to lancasterconnects.com/guest to do that. We'd love to have you on. And it's really a show about the battle on Main Street, big versus small, right? Really, giving a little bit of, platform and light on those doing good.
Yeah. On Saturday, I actually visited one of our past guests, the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania, out there in Strasburg. We made a donation to them and they gave us some complimentary passes. So, Julian and I had, the afternoon off. Lindsay and Amelia went to do a volunteer thing. So, we were kind of men about town.
Yeah. As opposed to Julian's normal Saturday where he's like doing slave labor somewhere.
Right.
Child labor.
On the couch watching TV and playing with friends outside. But yeah, no, we did some local shopping in Lidditz. We had a nice lunch at Rooster Street Butcher. If you're ever in Lidditz and need a good lunch, it's awesome.
I could never get my child. How old's Julian? Third grade?
Third grade. Yeah.
So that's 9.
Yeah. He had a cheeseburger.
There's no way I could get my kids to a place at 9, like Worcester Street.
He had a cheeseburger fries, but I had this like pork and bacon burger. It was amazing. It said "are famous" on it, so I had to try it. But then we went to the Railroad Museum, and it was really cool. Really great experience. Lots of old trains. You could go in. Julian got to be the train conductor. He thought that was super cool. But I saw, Patrick Morrison runs the museum. I saw him. He was in his conductor outfit, giving a tour. So I couldn't say hello, but thanks for the tickets. And it was a great time. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Very good. Yep. Very good. Well, we'll just take a few seconds because I can't help it.
Oh, yeah.
Football season rolls on. College football, the picture's becoming clear. Our producer, Chris from Cast Ahead, is a big Michigan fan. They're number 2. So college ball. You just gave us a price increase on hosting podcasts.
Our guest is probably doing the same thing too. Oh, yeah. He can control the graphics.
But so he's happy with Michigan at number 2. And Penn State's happy with, I guess, the Rose Bowl berth where we've got that. So
pretty big deal.
A lot of football going on. It's pro season is really heating up. You had some upsets. Detroit won again. Detroit's won like 4 in a row, which again is Chris from Cast Ahead. If you need anything podcasting, he's probably really can't believe it. His team's won like 4 in a row, but they have.
Had that ever happened?
And his division, the NFC North, is so wackadoo. Detroit Lions rebuilding since 57. They put the rebuild in rebuilding. But that division, I don't know. The AFC's, they're NFC. So
yeah.
Anyway, they're making a run of it. If they're not going to get in, which they probably won't, but they're at least going to spoil some people's paths to playoffs, which is fun.
I saw there were a lot of quarterback injuries. Like Garoppolo's out for the season.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Tua went out. Maybe somebody else.
Yep. Lamar Jackson hurt his knee.
Well, you know who's still going strong? Running all over defenses.
The Eagles.
And throwing all over defenses.
Well, this week we were throwing all over.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Last week it was running all over him.
Yeah, we're just going to show you now what's all going to happen to you week over week. So I'm an Eagles fan. We're very happy about that. And, all eyes are on this Christmas Eve game between the Eagles and the Cowboys. So we'll see. I have a theory, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But
we're not going to know this theory?
I will just share it. I want to ruin the Cowboys' Christmas.
It's cool.
Lump of coal in their stocking with a loss. Put it that way.
All you want for Christmas is the Cowboys won.
And the Eagles, the Eagles won. Yeah. So we'll see
that on a t-shirt.
So that's that. We have a great guest. It's not our anticipated guest, but a guest, I guess, of the same feather.
Michael is looking a little bit different today.
So welcome to the show, Alexandra Bunn from the Lancaster Barnstormers. Mike Reynolds had to fill in elsewhere today. So we were able to have Alexandra join us. So welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, we're glad you're here.
Alexandra, you're the director of fan experience at the Lancaster Barnstormers and Clipper Magazine Stadium. What does that mean?
So basically, I'm in charge of all of the promotions, giveaways, anything that happens on the field, pregame, postgame, in between innings. Pretty much anything that isn't the baseball that's happening either on the field or on the video board kind of runs through me and my department.
And if you've ever been to a Lancaster Barnstormers game, I mean, the baseball, we'll talk about the baseball a little bit. The baseball is, an awesome product. The team is great. A lot of great players, but there's so much going on in that ballpark between inning, before the game, after the game. Like, you're in charge of putting all that stuff together.
Yes.
You do the show within the show.
Yes. And in minor league, it's really all about all of the entertainment. You hope the team's good, but we carry the brunt of the entertainment.
Yeah. And that's not an insult to the baseball players. It's just the reality of what it is.
Yeah. Thankfully, this year we had both.
Well, let's talk about that. So what happened this year to different than the years past? I mean, was it players? Was it coach? Was it championship is awesome, right?
Yeah. I can give you the real reason, and then I can give you our theory behind it. But no, we did the team rename. That was the first weekend of July. We became the Lebanon Iron Masters, and that started our streak of winning. So we think that was maybe the secret reason behind the stroke of luck. But no, I think it had a lot to do with filling. In the past few years, we had a problem filling holes in the middle of the season when we had call-ups or big. We had a lot of really big injuries, and we still continued to play well. And our team just really, they got along, and they had really good chemistry. And I think it was just everything put together made for the perfect season.
And then you guys ended up winning the championship in 3 games, 3 out of 5, right? Took them all.
Yes. Took them all, which I don't know how much you know about the history of the Barnstormers, but every time we've won, that's it's like exactly how it happened this year. So it was 8 years apart, 2006, 2014, 2022, 8 years apart. We won 2 on the road and swept at home with rain in the forecast. Like down to the weather, it was identical.
So
that's wild.
So yeah, I mean, that's cool, like every 8 years, but like you want to win before another 8 years, right?
We're winning next year. Yeah.
Okay, right.
We're done with that.
It would be fine to break that trend or streak, right?
For sure. Yeah. It was fun being on the other end of it. But now that we're 8 years in, no, we'll win next year.
Yeah. So
we'll break that.
How was fan attendance throughout the playoffs?
It was really, really good. Playoff attendance is tough because unless you win the first half, which we haven't in quite some time, you have about a week or 2 weeks maximum to sell tickets for your playoff games. We knew that we were probably going to clinch, so we actually put our playoff tickets on sale ahead of time. But you have not that much time to fill the stadium in a high school football dominated area. Friday nights and schools happening. And we were so thrilled with the attendance that we had, not only for the first round, because those were Tuesday, Wednesday games, but the Friday that we ended up winning was one of the best nights here at the stadium since I've been here. It was one of the most full I've ever seen it.
That's awesome. And what does a win like this, a championship for the city, what did this mean for the city, the fans, the diehard fans that are there every night? Like, what does this mean for them?
Well, I mean, I think it definitely means a lot to the diehard fans just because they're here. But I think it means even more to the community that might not know so much about the Barnstormers, that, they can take them seriously and understand that we're a good team and we have a good product here.
Question, maybe the average fan of baseball or the average person in Lancaster might not know who was on the team. Like, no, I'm not talking like specifically, but like, some of these players have been in the majors. Some have been in the minor league system, may have been drafted by a major league team. Others may not have any major league experience. How is the team made up and how is it, comprised?
Yeah. So I think this is your question. We have both ends of the spectrum, really rarely anyone in the middle. We have people that aren't quite done yet, that still, they're a little bit too old to be, not too old to be in the majors, but they're getting too old to be signed or be taken seriously, but they're not quite, they don't want to be done. They want to keep playing. So we have that end. And then we have people that don't have enough experience that could probably make it in the majors and end up getting called up mid-season, but they just don't have quite as much experience or they're not quite ready yet. So we have those. And then every once in a while, we'll get them powerhouses in the middle of their career that just need a little bit of time here. And then they end up getting called up as well.
Yeah, right. Like they fizzled out up here, come to the Barnstormers or any other independent team and kind of reinvigorate their career and get that call back up. I mean, that's got to feel good as an organization to have a player. I mean, it kind of sucks to lose a player to the major leagues, but like you got to feel good for that player that you helped move on, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, selfishly, yeah, it's a bummer when we lose players, but that's the reason we have the league. That's the reason we exist. So we're always really happy for them.
That's awesome.
Amy is going to be moving into the county soon. So she's looking to move into Quarryville. That's cool. By next summer. And looking forward to being a Barnstormers fan. So
that's
there
awesome.
we go. Yeah. So Amy, we've got all the Barnstormers info in the post that you're checking this out on Facebook. So just look in the post and you can get, I'm sure there's a way to sign up and join the news email list for all things Barnstormers. So make sure you're connected to them. But, so the ballpark itself, so you were voted the favorite ballpark for the second year in a row. Is that right?
Third year. Third year in a row. Yeah.
All right. We stand corrected. 3 years running. That's great.
Our researcher had a brain fart on that one.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Every year, the verbiage changes a little bit. The first year we were technically independent, and then we announced our partnership with MLB. So now we're an MLB partner league. So I think that maybe that's why it only said 2 years, but 3 years, that's ballpark.
Very good.
Yeah. So what did that mean? Like best ballpark in the minor league system, like including all of the major league affiliates and everything? Everybody?
So it's a contest held on Baseball Digest. So it's fan voted. And anyone can vote as many times as they can. I think it is one time per device per day. So you can vote as many times as you want. So it's really about who wants it the most. Okay.
But I mean, that's cool. Like, cause nobody outside of Lancaster really is voting for the Barnstormers Stadium or Clipper Magazine Stadium. So
right.
That speaks to the fan base and the support you have, from the community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. So, if people listening and watching haven't clued in, Barnstormers baseball and the stadium, it's really more about the community than it is about baseball, right? I mean, we've had the pleasure to talk to the owners of the team off and on over the years. We actually just saw Bob at the Universal Fitness. Our guest next week is Universal. They had an open house. We just saw Bob there, and we were talking. About the business of of baseball and of the stadium briefly. And, over the years, we've had the opportunity to ask them questions that maybe the average, the everyday fan doesn't get the opportunity to. But I'd be remiss to not share this. These guys have built this for the community. They really have. And when I've gotten to talk to the chances to talk with them, that's always come through. So I really think they deserve an attaboy for their commitment because it's a very expensive commitment. Like Lancaster Connects is for the people, but we're playing on a much, much smaller scale than the Barnstormers are. You make money, but you also spend a lot of money. And you guys have created something really great for the community. So let's dig into, what the stadium means to the city, how you use it beyond baseball, and some of these other events that you do.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So it's funny you say that because that is Mike, his number one spiel is that we're not just a baseball team, we're a community center. And it took a little while for, I started here in 2017, so I've been here for a few years, but it took a while for people to take us seriously as a community center. And I think that it was actually COVID is when people started to come here because we were such a huge venue that we were able to host very small scale events, but we were allowed to have people here, and people were coming out for movie nights and anything that we would host, people would come here. And now people think of us as not just a baseball team, but a community center.
Yeah. What's unique about the baseball stadium, I mean, people think of the Barnstormers or they pass the stadium and like, oh yeah, that's where the baseball's played. But like, there's no other outdoor venue that's as large as and has the infrastructure as the baseball stadium, right?
Right. Yeah. Last year we were hosting proms, graduations, anything that you could have, we were having.
And I know over the years you've had concerts and expos. Maybe you could talk a little bit about some of those things that you've hosted.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing that we don't have that other people have is a roof. So the rain thing is always our number one problem. But So sometimes concerts are extremely successful. Sometimes, you wake up and it's raining and then they're not so successful. But we've had a lot of concerts. We've had chamber expos here. We had the chamber dinner here in 2021. In 2021, we had the big Lancaster chamber dinner. And again, just space wise, it worked out really well. We had Clark Associates there. I want to say 50th. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I am. Their huge staff party. So people are having private events, public events, really anything you can host. We're having it here.
Yeah. Where are those events held? So like Clark, for example, is, I know you have the boxes that, surround the stadium that are, weatherproofed.
Yeah.
And then of course you have the concourse and you have the Broken Bat. I think it's called the Broken Bat, craft beer area in the pavilion. Are these events just kind of scattered throughout the stadium when you have them?
So that one specifically was actually on the field.
Oh.
And,
cool.
And that was really cool. We paired with Atomic and they had all these huge structures and there was food trucks all lined along the warning track and a band and a stage and that, so that was on the field. But a lot of times we'll do things on the concourse. We can fit a stage at the end of the concourse and have like, round table seating. So if we ever need to have like an award ceremony or something, there are weatherproof ways to do it. It's just, you have to get creative.
Maybe our 50th can be on the field.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ben. Are we going to make it for our 50th?
Yeah. I heard what you said about the wedding anniversary.
How old do we have to be? Let's reverse that.
Yeah, this is true. Let's, 18 years. Okay, 40.
Anyway, Amy's asking, how old is the stadium? And was there a sponsor before Clipper or are they the first sponsors?
So the stadium opened in 2005. That was the inaugural season. And so Clipper Magazine, I think this is the question. Clipper Magazine has been the naming rights sponsor for since we opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the connection there is that the owners of the team used to own, or maybe still have interest, I don't know, but at one point were the creators, driving force ownership of Clipper Magazine. I think.
They sold it, but they still have a very close relationship with them.
Yeah. So that's that connection there. So we use the stadium as a community hub. You guys are really smart, and gals, I should say, guys and gals. Everybody there is really smart about using it as a hub and creating all these new fun events. It's Christmas season. So let's talk about all that you've got going on for the holidays, for Christmas.
Yes. So we have, if you are just driving past the stadium, you could probably see the drive-through light show, which is, it's actually Chris Brink. He's the owner of the drive-through light show. He sets up he's an engineer, and he sets up his own lighting and it goes to the radio station. So that has been happening nonstop, every Christmas, 5 years in a row. The first year when they were here in 2018, we also, paired it with Christmas Tree Lane, which is what we do on the concourse inside the stadium with all of the Christmas trees. And we sell them to businesses and then they represent a nonprofit. And we have everyone come in and vote for their favorite tree. We also have a web page so you can vote. And every single vote is $1. And those proceeds go back 100% to the nonprofit that they are representing. And then on top of that, the top 3 trees with the most votes receive additional donations. And then also we have media come in and be like judges. So then they vote based on decorating. That way there's also an incentive for there to be good decorating as well. So we have prizes for the top 3 based on decorations as well. And that we've been doing that since 2018, but we had to take a year off because of COVID. And then we didn't do it last year. So this is our 3rd year doing that inside the stadium too. And we have a bunch of things going on with that as well. We have Santa here every night. We have choir performances almost every night. And then we have some special nights where we have reindeer and some special one-off events.
Yeah. And we've got, this is why it pays to watch the show. Although I think most of our people do tune in to watch. You can catch the show, just a little commercial for it. You can catch it on Facebook live stream, LinkedIn live stream, YouTube live stream on all of our channels. You can also connect to it on audio. And so it pays to watch the video because right now on the screen we have the Christmas light show.
It's really cool.
Which is like really great. And it's hard to think that this happens inside a baseball stadium, but it does inside and around.
Awesome. And you get to drive on the warning track. Is that right?
Yes. Yes. So you get to drive right through.
Carefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. No donuts.
Very carefully.
So you Southern Lancaster County 4x4 truck guys, just keep it in first gear and just keep it low key.
Take her easy.
Take her easy. Yeah. We can go get her done elsewhere. And I'm a truck guy, so I'm in the club. All right. So don't get upset at me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Christmas the Christmas light show is really neat. The Christmas tree lane thing's neat. Again, just to touch on that, you did touch on it, but to give context, like our friend Debbie Mays, who is big into Mary, she's a big leader in Mary Kay. You know Debbie?
Yes.
Yeah. So the first year we did that, we participated with that. She had like this massive pink, Mary Kay pink tree. So the people who sponsor these trees, they go all out. So it really is something to see. You're not just walking around the usual Christmas tree fair.
Yeah. Here's a tree with some lights on it.
Yeah. You're seeing a lot of heart, a lot of spirit thrown into this because they want to get votes for their charity. Because I think that if I understood it right, the way you still do it is you buy your vote ticket and you drop it in the box, and then those dollars go to that charity, right?
So we actually don't have, you can still vote on site, but it's all electronic now because the paper tickets got a little dicey with the wind, but you can still vote in person, and you can also vote online, which is great because you don't have to attend Christmas Tree Lane to support your nonprofit.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you have a figure of how much money you've raised with Christmas Tree Lane?
So far, actually, I just sent the first update out this morning to everyone that's participating. So votes went live on Wednesday last week when we first kicked it off. Yeah. And we since then have raised a little bit over $3,300 so far. That's and it goes till the end of December. So we're expecting to raise much, much more.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's
well
great.
Done.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, again, just a testament to the vision that the owners of the team had, the whole team there, yourself, Mike. Those are the only names I know. Sorry for everybody else, but everybody else is really great. I mean, again, I would venture a guess that most minor league to independent league baseball stadiums across the nation this time of year are closed. They're not doing anything. Mm-hmm. But here you are using your venue for the community, raise charity. The Christmas Tree Lane thing is a nonprofit thing, but your time is very much quote unquote for profit. You're getting paid. So that still happens. And I just want to put out like how important this facility is to our community. So when you get time, whether it's in December or in June during baseball season or any time in between, consider this for entertainment. Consider this to go have fun with the family, because if this is a strong hub in our community, it comes back to our community through events like this. It really does. And I wanted to take the time to specifically call that out. Tell me about Shanna's backstage tour.
Yeah. So, we thought it would be a fun idea to open up a little bit early on, Sunday, the 11th, I believe it is, and bring in the kids for, a backstage tour where Santa himself is going to, give kids the tour of the stadium. And then we're actually going to end in, our pinball suite, which we've added a lot of machines to that suite. So it's going to be kind of like a first look of the new pinball suite. And they'll get to spend some time in there playing games at the end of the tour and having a cookie with Santa and playing pinball.
Santa has a busy dance card in December.
Yeah. A lot going on.
Slightly off topic because we're deep in the Christmas conversation, but the pinball museum, I think that's what it is, or museum or room. Like, what is that?
So, I'm sure you've been to the stadium before. Anyone else that hasn't, one of our suite level, one of our rooms has pinballs in it. One of the owners is big into pinballs. if you've heard of the Silver Ball Museum, he has two others, one in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and another one in Florida. Not quite sure where in Florida, but it's down there. And the third one is here, and we're actually kind of renovating the upstairs to make it just even bigger. It used to be confined to one room, but now we're going to have even bigger space rented out for parties. And the whole room is just filled with pinballs, even more than it was before. So we're hoping to kick that off sometime soon too.
That's really cool. I mean, cool. Anytime you see a pinball machine, you're like checking your pockets for a couple of quarters to like, pinball wizard.
My whole thing about games today that kids play, in games like we played them, quarters in your pocket.
Yeah, yep.
Like I'll interrupt my boys. They're playing video games on their computers. And Don Peters, big time fan of our show. Don, thanks for tuning in. She didn't know about the pinball suite here. So we have it here. And she was at the one in Asbury. So there you go.
That's awesome.
But I remind my kids, if they're playing their game, I'm like, well, put it on pause. And they say, well, I can't pause this.
Yeah.
Well, then die. I don't care. Back in my day, you wasted a quarter.
The bell dropped.
They're asking you to waste anything. Get up and take out the trash. We don't have to go dig for a quarter. It's just to get to play again.
Great point.
So that's I was never into video games. Or gaming, but pinball, I like pinball.
Yeah. Pinball, skee ball, there's a whole generation of arcade games, right?
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
So I have a question about Christmas. So like if you're a family and you want to come to the ballpark and do everything that you've got going on there, like what do? Do you pull up and get in line for the late show, drive through that, and then park somewhere to get out to do the tree thing? Or how do you recommend a family attack the night at the stadium?
Yeah. So you don't have to do one to do the other, just so you know. We would prefer you do both, but you can go through the light show without coming inside, or you can come inside without going through the light show. But if you want to do the light show first, you come in off of Prince Street and then get in line. It's pretty clear where the line is because it can get a little backed up, but mostly it starts right off of Prince Street. And then you go through the light show. And then right after that, there's once you're done, you'll get through some directional signage that will tell you where to park and then head inside. Or if you want to do the inside part first, you come again, you'll want to come off of Harrisburg Pike and then park in the parking lot across the street, just so that way you're not waiting in line to just park your car. But 5:30 to 8:30, most sites will stay open a little bit later on weekends, but for the most part, that's when it is. Santa is here from 6 to 8. And then, like you mentioned, we have some one-off events on the 16th. We have a lot going on the 16th with the reindeer that are coming. And then also afterwards, late at night, we have the 5K where people will run through the lights.
I was just going to ask what that is all about. So you run around the field, accumulate 5,000 5K worth of steps, and that's called dashing through the lights. Is that right?
Yes. Right? So it's three laps through the light show. It's actually backwards, but it'll be you're going through the light show route, and you'll do that 3 times, and that's a 5K. And you can still register, and that night we'll also be taking walk-ups if you don't. And we're encouraging people to dress up in fun costumes, a Santa or a gingerbread man or anything. And then we'll have the bar open afterwards too.
You'll have what afterwards?
The bar. We'll have the Broken Bat open for.
Oh yeah, you run a 5K. You want to, you don't need to hydrate. You need to.
I was just going to say, if anybody of these two should have been asking about 5Ks, it's him, not me. I'm obviously peak physical condition for 5Ks, but I do like the drinking part.
Right. And we do have.
I'll meet you after the 5K.
You go run. I'll meet you at the bar.
And you can do 1 lap too. We have a 1 lap option if you just want to tap out after 1.
Yeah, that's more my speed.
And did I hear you say reindeer?
Yes, reindeer will be here. We started doing that a few years ago, but it's a hit. We have reindeer coming on the 16th for people to come and take pictures as well.
Just more than 1 deer, like multiple deer?
I do believe it's one reindeer.
One reindeer. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know which one it is? Like which one of the
I
Santa
don't.
sleigh?
I
You don't know.
don't know which one it is.
I figured I'd ask.
My guess is Blitzen.
It's Blitzen.
Yeah.
He's at the bar.
And that's probably a good guess. I think that might actually be the same.
Yeah, very good.
So, what do you do with the reindeer? Can you get a picture with the reindeer? Is that
Yes. Yes, you can get a picture,
Like how-
and the
you
woman
can
that
ride it.
brings it. No,
how close do you get to this reindeer? Like,
you can give it some pets.
okay, so they're tame,
We're 1 week
Mhm.
removed from deer hunting season, so that's good.
right?
Nobody's
Yeah.
going to be confused. There'll be a lot of time for the brain to decompress.
Yep. All right, that's cool.
Traumatizing children if those paths cross here in central Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no,
That would be bad. We don't want that. But so we got reindeer pictures, 5K through the lights, wrap up your 5K with some liquid drinks.
Yeah.
At the bar.
Hydration.
I'll meet you there. Santa's backstage tour. I saw parents get to ride for free on that, walk for free. It's
Yes.
$12 a
Mhm.
kid, and there's eat a cookie with Santa, and I guess pictures, and they get to see Santa, so that's cool. You got the light show going on, Christmas tree lane. What's like the last thing you have on your roster? It looks like it's Girl Scout Christmas. What's that about?
Yes. So that is a private event. Well, you can buy into it, and it's upstairs with the Girl Scouts. And it just we have a really good relationship with the Girl Scouts. Obviously, we have the Girl Scout sleepover during the season. So it's just to kind of keep up our relationship with them and host some things for the community.
Cool. Very cool.
You know, those are not Girl Scout cookies in that picture. Those are
No.
They probably charge for the rights to use the images of the do-si-dos and the tagline.
What's your favorite?
Girl Scouts are stone cold killers.
The joke.
They kind of laugh at the popcorn the boys do. The girls,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the cookies are
Completely
like
different league.
10 to 1 differently.
Yep.
100%. I mean, they got Girl Scout cookie ice cream for crying out loud. Oh yeah, I've seen it.
The Thin Mint. I've seen Thin Mint. Yeah.
I mean, don't doubt the big guy in food.
What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Probably the Thin Mint ones.
Yeah, Alexandra. You have a
The tagalongs, peanut butter patties. depending
I was
on
going
what
to
you
say
call them. Yeah.
I didn't know what they were called, but the ones with the peanut butter in there.
Yeah, absolutely the best.
I mean that's a good segue to what Amy's doing there to enter our contest. All you got to do is comment on social media or YouTube. Tell us your favorite Girl Scout cookie. I know that has nothing to do with the Barnstormers other than the fact that you're hosting a Girl Scout event, but hey.
But we'll take the algorithm boost on Facebook.
That's right.
But we'll take it. So you've got to, none of this happens on your own. It's not just you and Mike there putting on the show. You got a great team. Obviously, you can't name them all. Anybody else that's really doing a great job here throughout December and throughout the year even to help the mission happen.
Well, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's a full team effort. But if I had to shout someone else, I would just say maybe our food department, because they're working around the clock with all the different events that we have here. So they're doing a really good job, and they have a lot of good things to offer. But yeah, our staff is great. We have a really good team here and a good relationship with everyone. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. How many, like during the season, how many people are employed by the Barnstormers? Employed and volunteer with, because obviously it's a huge effort to put on a game. How many people are there?
So full-time year round, it's right around the 30 mark.
Mm-hmm.
And then seasonally, so people that work just the games or events that we have here, we have probably an additional 200 to 300.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
10x.
Yeah.
During a game. That's wild. So what's next for the Barnstormers in the stadium next year and then beyond?
Well, I don't know if you heard any rumors, but we're really close to getting a turf field. So with that happening, the baseball purists, it'll be okay. But it'll really elevate the community center aspect of the stadium. We'll be able to host even more events. We'll be able to have even more baseball showcases than we have before, because without the threat of ruining the field, we'll be able to have tournaments up until pretty much an hour or two before game starts. So there will be a lot more that we can do, even more community events than before, and we're looking forward to it if it should happen.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I remember there was something. I forget what it was. But there was something that I was involved in. That the weather, it was like watching the weather 24/7 that week, and I think it was when we had Bubba throw out the first pitch.
Oh yeah, that was.
So we helped. I pushed somebody that used to work on the team there, John Arisman. I pushed him hard to get Bubba, who is involved with Make-A-Wish and Make-A-Wish Child, to be able to come out and sing. And it was, we got to watch the amount of people on the field because it was raining that week. I mean, it was like,
wasn't that 4th of July?
It was. It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
remember.
18 or 19.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, I think it was that week.
Pouring.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But the clouds parted and we had our moment in the sun. It was awesome. So it's good.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah. The threat of weather it never stops becoming exhausting, but hopefully with a turf field, we can curb some of that.
Yeah. So before we segue into our connection cocktail, Alexandra, so you're director of fan experience. 2 questions. What is your favorite fan experience that you like to put together? And your favorite event that you host at the stadium?
My favorite fan experience, I really like we always pick someone before the game to walk up with the manager, Ross Peoples, to deliver the lineup card called the captain of the game. And the kids that do that are just so excited to be on the field, and anything really that involves the kids being on the field pregame. It's, for me, I'm on the field every single day, every game, but for them, it's always new and exciting, and it really never gets old watching people do that. But the captain of the game is a lot of fun. And my favorite event is the RV show. Okay. I don't know if you guys have been to the RV show, but we host it in around either end of September or early October every year. Our first year was in 2020, and it is the most fun event, I think. I just really like it. And then right after that is probably Christmas.
I mean, you have RVs drive right onto the field and park, right? I mean, they fill the whole field, the whole back lot, front lot, even the walkway from one lot to the other. We pack this place with RVs, and it's really, really cool.
I'm an RVer. I have a camp trailer. Yep.
That's where the turf field would really come in handy, right? I mean, an event like that.
Yes, because you can put them everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I can speak to the captain of the game thing, and not that one specifically, but one time I was there with my daughter, probably 4 or 5 years ago. And she would have been 8 or 9 then, and she got picked to do the lineups, or not the lineup, but the batters during one of the
game.
Yeah, I guess it was Hershey's miniature of the game at that point. I don't know if it's the same sponsor now, but she had a blast doing that. And the dudes in the booth, I forget their names, but they were really, really cool.
Tom and John.
Yeah. So that was
they're really good with the kids.
Yeah. And I took a video of it, and it's a video we watch every year, when that memory comes up. So, it's one of those lasting things from the ballpark.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Very good. Well, thank you for sitting here talking with us about all things Barnstormers. You got a tremendous amount of events going on. We're not going to dig into all of them here as we wrap up. I guess just go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and get the calendar. It's probably right there on the homepage, all the events. But Christmas Tree Lane, Christmas Spirit Light Show, Santa's backstage, pictures of the reindeer. There's lots of great stuff going on. So check that out, LancasterBarnstormers.com. But Alexandra, before we depart, it's our Lancaster Famous Connection Cocktail, where you tell us the cool things you like doing in and around Lancaster. So I'll start off. What's your favorite thing to do in town?
My favorite thing to do in town, this is extremely random, aside from going to a Barnstormer game, by the way.
Good plug.
Good plug, yeah. My coworkers and I almost every Wednesday go to Springhouse Trivia Night.
Oh.
So that's really fun. We're extremely competitive with the trivia, but it's just a fun thing to do outside of the office. But really anything downtown, visiting all the shops, I really enjoy.
Very good.
So who wins the trivia night?
Not our team.
No.
I think the best we ever did was we came in second on a night where not a lot of other teams were there.
Oh no. Yeah, I know
But,
trivia people are like hardcore trivia people.
We have a lot of fun. So that's all that matters. The more people we have, the more contentious it gets because there's too many opinions.
There you go. So you shared your favorite event, the annual event you like to go to related to the Barnstormers. Let's and usually we encourage guests to be self-serving with the annual event they like to do. But since you have so many events at the Barnstormer Stadium, where we talked about a lot of, what's a non-Clipper Magazine event that you like to go to in Lancaster?
I pretty much any of the like downtown fests that they do, like Celebrate Lancaster, Restaurant Week, anything that just kind of celebrates the businesses downtown where you get to kind of roam around, I really enjoy.
That's cool. Yeah, they have a few where they just shut off blocks and have a good time. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, to wrap it up. So we didn't ask this. Are you from Lancaster?
I'm from Berks County, so pretty close, but it's a different world, I think.
Right. Where in Berks County?
I went to Governor Mifflin, so a little right outside of Reading, but Shillington-ish.
Yep. That's cool. Very good.
So what part of Lancaster do you like to impart on friends and family when they make the 30-mile trek south to Lancaster from Berks?
I know that's I know I keep harping on this, but maybe I would just say there's so much more to do here, in my opinion, downtown, and not even downtown, but in just the general small town areas, Mountjoy, Lidditz. I just think that it has a lot more to offer. So I would say just supporting the local communities, if that's an answer.
Yep. Yeah. That's a good answer. Yeah. Good answer. All right. Well, very good. Listen, this has been a lot of fun.
Thanks for pinch hitting.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, very good. We appreciated your time. Again, please check out everything that the Barnstormers are doing at LancasterBarnstormers.com. They really do. They really do care. There's a lot of ways you can say that. There's fewer ways you can do that. And there's one way you can show it. And that's with a big old stadium in the heart of downtown Lancaster. And they've got it and they use it as a great hub. So, please, if you're listening, watching, somebody's asking you about what to do on a given weekend, maybe you think about going to LancasterBarnstormers.com, check out what they've got going on. Certainly this Christmas season, you can expand that joy and cheer by going to the stadium and checking out any number of the events going on. So please do that. Alexandra will make sure you have a great time. It's her job, part of her whole experience thing.
I don't know how she keeps it all straight with everything.
I saw on the calendar you're going hard in the paint until December 23rd. I bet you Christmas Eve day, you're going to be really happy. It's time to just kick back and relax with your family.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So Lancaster Barnstormers for all things Christmas this season. Be sure to check it out. Alexandra, thanks so much for being on the show. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, we've got a handful of people commenting. You get into our contest for our Less Store, More Cuddle drinkware. Right there. Hydro Flask I have. Ben has the tumbler. Or a restaurant gift card. I saw we actually need to replenish the restaurant gift cards. So we'll have to do that. But we still have some. But you get into that by commenting, and we spin the prize later at the end of our show. So this is kind of like the last call. If you want to be a guest, and we're coming up on the time of year where we're going to take a couple weeks off with holidays and whatnot. But we're booking into January at this point. Mm-hmm. So if you know of any great charity or any business that's doing really good for the community, like the Barnstormers, we'd love to have you on. Go to LancasterConnects.com/guest. While you're there, you can catch previous episodes, all 73 previous episodes and 74th. You can watch on LancasterConnects.com. And also YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, any of those places. So
We've got a couple of testimonials, of course. I don't know that we mentioned, but we are live in Gardner's Mattress and More retail establishment. We are a mattress store on Plaza Boulevard in Lancaster. And we get some testimonials. We get some people that say nice things about us.
I'm sure this is going somewhere.
Mail day.
Mail day.
It's always good when we get mail. And that mail is happy testimonials. So we got 2 today. So Heather wrote that Drew was phenomenal and the best customer and sales experience we've ever had, informative and no pressure. So we've heard that a few times as a theme. And Maureen wrote that our process was excellent and she would definitely refer it to friends. So, and these are, you might not be able to see, but handwritten testimonials. I should have kept the envelopes. They came in the envelope today. Maybe one day we'll have to do a live open of an envelope.
I like that.
Yeah.
Working without a net.
It could be a disaster. I don't know.
It's very rare we get together.
Extremely rare.
We don't say we're perfect. That would be today.
Well, and anytime we do get feedback like that, it helps us improve.
That's right.
What we do.
That's right.
So, can't improve what you don't know.
That's right. But if you want to check out all the reviews, we do have them cataloged. If you got back pain, neck pain, snoring, you're just looking to replace that old mattress, you're somebody who really values a great experience, which my role here, that's like my whole thing that I bring here to the team. Go to gardenersmattressandmore.com/reviews, and we've got them all cataloged by those specific verticals of either experience or pain point. And we can show you that we help people just like you. That's what it's there for. Because we'd rather have our customers speak for us than us tell you how great we are. So my sleep better tip for you is water. Drink water. It's why we have our hydro flasks. The medical community will tell you that you should drink about half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink 100 ounces of water a day. Which might seem like a lot, but it's 3 of these a day. Thereabouts.
Yep.
Okay. So if you break it down simply like that, it's pretty simple. If you're 150 pounds, you drink 75 ounces. That would be like 2.5 of these hydro flasks. Okay. So break that down into like little chunks. And you can do the big old jug thing. I've seen those where you fill it up and it's like, start out almost there, keep going. Great. You did it. It's got it printed on the side.
Yep.
You can tell I'm not the guy they call on to print those things on the side. But they exist. They're great little devices, but that water helps flush the toxins from your body, actually does help you sleep a lot better because a lot happens in your body overnight to kind of regenerate itself. And having water as opposed to caffeinated drinks, which you stop at 2, sugary drinks like soda, your body's got to process all that stuff first. Then it gets to that water part of that content. But if you're just giving it straight water, you'll feel a lot better, and you'll sleep better as well. If you want more tips like that, we'll mail you a copy of this book, Sleep Better. Imagine that. We'll mail that to you. gardenersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better is where you go, and we'll mail you out a copy for free.
So are you recommending water after the 5K then?
Yeah, with scotch.
That's water and scotch. One in one hand, one in the other.
Yeah. Look, everything in moderation.
There you go. Right.
I choose to moderate my running.
Right. It's all about balance. It's all about balance.
That's right. So anyway, so that's that. I guess it's prize time.
Yeah.
Fire that up. Got a handful of comments.
I like that Amy is watching from out of town.
Yeah.
Like moving into the area then.
And Amy for our winner. There you go, Amy. Yeah. So whenever you get into town, I think that's what we took from your comments, that you're moving into the area. You're a winner. Stop in, you say you won on the show, and that's that. And you can collect your prize. But we appreciate you tuning in for sure.
Yeah. And if you happen to need a new mattress during your move to Lancaster,
we're your people.
Oh, yeah.
We're your people.
Yep.
You'll be there in 4 months. Well, we'll be here too, for sure. All right. Well, we did it. Another episode down, episode 74.
2 more episodes to go in the year.
2 more in the year. I thought you were going to say 2 more to 75. I'm like, what kind of math?
Well, you never know.
That same kind of calculating math. We're not going to be here for 100 years. Anyway,
Next week, we've got Universal Gym in,
Universal Fitness.
in Manheim Township. And then the 76th episode is a special one. You don't want to miss that.
Very special one. It's a very special. There's going to be
all kinds of
feats.
Yeah. And airings.
Feats. We're going to leave it at that. Feats and airings for episode 76 on the 19th. We'll see you next time on Lancaster Connects. Take care.